Gus Poyet will have to go some way as a coach to match his record as a player, which included winning the Copa America with Uruguay. But saving Brighton from the drop into Coca-Cola League 2 wouldn't be a bad start, and they're making a big effort after playing the top 4 teams in their last 5 games.
Great. It's been difficult, but it's been very enjoyable. You know, it's already difficult when you get in the middle of the season into a new team, but also for me, being the first managerial role. So, you know, sometimes it will be easier to start from zero pre-season, so you get used to the players. And here was, get the team on Thursday, Sunday you play away at Southampton on TV. So it was difficult when we were in the bottom 4. You know, people doesn't realize, because maybe because of my character and the way that I try to enjoy life and laugh and enjoy my time in here, that, you know, for being your first job in manager, making decisions, being in the bottom 4 is not an easy situation.
1 defeat since Christmas. How's things changed? What have you done to change things and slowly turn results around?
Believe. I think that's the word. The players, they believe that what we're doing is the best for the team. Consistency. And consistency, you get consistency when you start being solid, being organized, defending better. Not only individuals, but as a team. We try to help each other a lot in terms of defending. And that brings you the chance to be in the game all the time. We need to keep going in this run and make sure that we convince the players that we done well, but we done nothing. And that's the key.
Coming up to Falmer, when you drive in, you've got this fantastic stadium. It's been ongoing for many, many years, as you know. How key is that to moving this club forward, both on and off the field?
It's going to be key. It's going to be something that people doesn't realize. You know, people think about the pitch is the same, no? Green, same size. It doesn't matter where it's around. It does matter. Beautiful stadium that is going to change probably football forever at Brighton. It would be nice to start with a new stadium in Championship. Well, that's the dream. If it's possible, I think it is. And I like to accept that challenge.
Swindon on Saturday, one of your former clubs. Do you have some fond memories when you were there with Dennis?
For me, it was the start as a coach. You know, being part of a manager staff. Looking forward to see every single one, because I've got plenty of friends. You know, before the game, hello, how are you, and no more than that. During the game, practically nothing. After the game, we're going to have a drink together, because I think that that's all about in football. You know, it doesn't matter what happened during the 90-95 minutes. At the end of the day, we're trying to be better than the opposition, and that's it. But after everything is finished, so it's going to be a special game as well for me, and looking forward to Saturday.
There's no place like home, unless you're a Brighton fan. This was the Seagulls' 11th defeat at the Withdean, the worst home record in League One. And the signs weren't good when Glenn Murray's header was cleared off the line by Gordon Greer. The Robins were winless in 3, a run which coincided with Charlie Austin losing his shooting boots. He hadn't scored in his last 4 outings. Both matters were put right on 69 minutes. JP McGovern with the layoff, Austin with his 14th of the season, Swindon back to winning ways.
Swindon had lost in successive matches and had only scored once in the last 3. Brighton and their cheerleaders, Gully's Girls, had something to shout about, unbeaten in 4 and 5 clear of the drop zone. And Glenn Murray went close early on. David Lucas, the Swindon keeper, injured shortly afterwards. Phil Smith took his place. But Murray's header this time cleared off the line by Gordon Greer. And as Brighton attacked again, Murray thought he'd won a penalty. Neat little turn, he was brought down. Referee Grant Hegerley said no. Swindon did create some opportunities before the break, but Brighton turned round all square, and Elliot Bennett went close. At the other end, a corner, Alan Sheehan forced a save from Brezovan. But eventually Swindon made the breakthrough. As the cross came in, it was John Paul McGovern who set it up for Charlie Austin. A trademark finish from him. His 14th goal in his last 20 appearances. Swindon back winning again. Brighton above the drop zone but not out of danger yet.
There's no place like home, unless you're a Brighton fan. The Seagulls have won just 3 in the league at the Withdean, the worst home record in League One. But having secured victory against Exeter last time out on home turf, Gus Poyet's side were looking for the same against Swindon. Kasenga Lualua fashioned their opening chance, but could only drag wide. Brighton would have some gilt-edged chances to take the lead before the break. Glenn Murray just needed to hit the target, but couldn't oblige. The signs didn't look good when he did have the ball goal-bound. This time it was Gordon Greer to thwart the former Rochdale striker. And when Murray went down in the Swindon box, it had the Withdean calling for a penalty. Referee Grant Hegley was having nothing of it. Despite Brighton's dominance, Swindon could have been a goal up at the interval. Substitute Mark Marshall keeping Peter Bresavan on his toes. He'd be busy again after the restart, the Seagulls stopper keeping his side in it. The Robins were winless in 3, a run which coincided with Charlie Austin losing his shooting boots. He hadn't scored in his last 4 outings. Both matters were put right on 69 minutes. John Paul McGovern with the layoff, Austin with his 14th of the season. The Wiltshire side had chances to add more, but one would be more than enough to get Swindon back to winning ways. 1-0 the way it stayed, a first away win in 5 for Swindon. But the same old story for Brighton at the Withdean.
I think it was not the best game, but with a few chances. Typical game that you can see the one who scored the goal is going to win it. It's not going to be too many goals in there. Unfortunately, we didn't hit the target enough today. We have great chances or great opportunities to hit the target at least. We miss it completely. So when you have your moments in the game, you have to score.
Now, we saw on last week's late kick-off how Brighton fans are desperate for the move to Falmer to be completed. They're pretty desperate for a home win too. Glenn Murray struck the post, and then Swindon's Gordon Greer made a vital clearance.
Brighton are playing really well, but they need to start finding the net as well if they're going to start putting points on the board again.
Swindon halted their run of 3 without a win with the second half goal from guess who? Charlie Austin.
Yes, that man again. Good result for Swindon as they've hit the buffers recently.
It was Albion's 11th league defeat.
The team holding on to that playoff position is Swindon Town, but only just. It took a 69th minute goal from Charlie Austin to keep Town from dropping down the league.